Art Elite Co 3 here, and today we're going to be doing a mail bin. So it's a pretty full bin here, lots of stuff to see. Going to be dominated by football, and that's kind of the trend we'll see going forward. But we're going to start off with this package right here. So Darius Geis, and this is 2018 certified, but it's got 3 colors. It's the gold version to 25. This is kind of a player that might be a decent buy now. He is a running back, so proceed with caution. And he already tore his knee in the preseason. And Peterson looks pretty damn good, but I don't know how long they'll keep Peterson. It might just be this year. So and then here's a XRC 2017 Select Lamar Jackson, kind of like a refractor look to it. So a couple of football cards there. Let's get to this one. So this Mailbin, the cards are in the packages, but they're not all just, I'm not just flipping through cards. I like doing both methods. It's kind of depends on my mood. So here's a Lamar Jackson to 10. So this is the mirror purple. It's got a nice little swatch in there. Can't remember the price on this one, but I would not condone him as a wise investment either. So I don't know why I bought it, but I think I wanted to try to slab it just because it had a cool patch in it. I mean, I'm not saying he's not going to be a good player. I don't really know yet. Kind of have to wait and see on that one. Dalvin Cook. Here's the orange. He hasn't done much this season. 275 on the orange prism. Love these prism cards though. I think they're a worthy replacement for Topps Chrome, which of course we lost after the 2015 season. This one's like partially open. Let's cut this tape. Alright, so we got Packing Peanuts. Oh, this is cool. It's a baseball card. That just made a huge mess over here. Get our mail truck straightened up. So this is the 1990 Leaf Frank Thomas, and you can buy these raw for, I'm trying to guess what the shipped price is on these. Probably like anywhere from $9 to $14. So this one, right off the bat, inside the top loader, you can see it's off centered, right to left. This side just looks bulkier. That's what I see at least. So, but still a fantastic card. And then all the cards from these bins go into a pile, and they get looked over for slab cans. And then some will be penny cans. It just depends. I haven't been doing as many penny cans just because I ran out of cards to put in those types of auctions. And I like to ship, but when I have like 200 packages to ship, it's a tad bit overwhelming. Here's a Peyton. This is 98 Skybox Premium. This is a great card and a pretty sensitive set. I think a 10 in this goes for about 60 to 70 bucks. So this was raw, probably about 12 bucks shipped. But cool photo. Must have been at the rookie premiere when they did that one with his buddy Ryan Leaf. Here's some Breeze stuff. So I've just kind of dabbled back in to check his market because I know his high stuff it's almost too high to buy in my opinion. But his low stuff is still somewhat affordable. So here's the Upper Deck MVP. And then actually there's 3 LTs. So these were separate auctions from the same seller. So we've got the Upper Deck Vintage and of course the classic Topps 01, which always fun to look for slab cans with those. And then here's a baseball card. This is a really cool card, actually. I'm probably going to slab this and just keep it for the PC. So this is the Ronald Acuna Jr. Gold Refractor to 50 from 18 Topps Chrome. This is the classic gold refractor. There is a gold, I think it's Gold Wave. It just looks a little bit different. And I think they sell for a tad bit less. But this puppy was like $290, so these aren't cheap. But I'm thinking he's going to be a guy that you're going to want to stock up on. I think he's got a Trout type talent. Not saying he's Mike Trout. I'm just saying he has the ability to be one of the best players in the game for a long time. So we'll see how that pans out. Here's a mandatory. This was like $15. It's the top tier PSA 10. This is to 1500 with the small number in there on the right. But neat card. It was sitting there in auction. I just grabbed it up. Empty. Something else in here. Oh, this is a neat one. So there is some baseball in this. So yeah, there's gonna be baseball all off season if you're a fan of baseball cards. This is the Lumberjacks, Ken, and this is for the registry. It's out of 5,000. This was about $55-$60, so didn't come cheap. I'm not sure how tough this set is. I don't think it's that tough. So on a set like this, a lot of times you can pick one up raw for just a fraction of the price and try to slab it yourself. But it just kind of depends on what you want to do, because it's not cheap to slab either. So this is a neat card though. That's a 1995 Leaf Limited. And then we have this Fournette, who has been hurt, but I think he's a guy, when he does come back, he's going to be pretty productive. So he's a guy you probably want to pick up some of his stuff for the next 2 or 3 years and just kind of see how things go, because he's a running back and it might be all over pretty quick. Here's another Lamar. This is the Origins to 5. It's got a decent patch for a card to 5. You'd expect a little more multicolor balance here, but there's a couple little slivers there. It's out of 5. This set looks really tough to slab. I just think the quality control on this set and certified went downhill this year compared to 2017, which was fantastic. Here's a Bradley Chubb. This is Panini Unparalleled, which is actually a pretty fun break. This is the Hyper to 25. So that just means this thing going on in the background is called the Hyper Parallel. So that was cheap. I think that was like 99 cents plus shipping. Can't go wrong with a Fitzgerald base Bowman. About $5 to $7 shipped on these ones. It's always fun to check the condition on these. This one looks pretty good. You know, I would consider slabbing a card like this if it was a PSA 9 even. So it doesn't always have to be a 10. It's nice to try to search for the 10s, but sometimes it's just not attainable. Here's a limited Kareem Hunt. And I think this set's tough too with this top edge. This one looks pretty clean, but I'll have to take a closer look at it. But it's got a nice patch. It's the base version, so it's $2.99. I think there's different tiers in this stuff too. So I think that was $25 or $30. His stuff's cool. You know, a lot of the attention is on Patrick Mahomes now, who's the new quarterback. So the running backs can get lost in the shuffle. This is cool. Lamar, this is the 10. It's got a badass, it's pretty much like the logo. So the top left corner has a problem in the bottom left. I can see just by glancing at it. So I think if you send in these certifieds, you're going to get a ton of 8s and then some 7s too. I think a PSA 9 in that set is pretty good. And if you do get a 10, that's really good. But I haven't really seen many certified 18 cards slab, although the set is pretty new. It's only been out 2 months. Here's a purple to 99. That is 18 Elite. That was about $10. But I should be buying some Bakers up. Buy up some Baker Mayfields. Here's a Vic. This is another XRC. This is actually the set with the Tom Brady rookie. So this is an auto. Is it not numbered, is it? No, it's not numbered. I don't know if they did a print run on these either, but pretty cool card. 2000 Rookies and Stars. Let's do the Probstein. So Probstein, in my opinion, has a ton of cool auctions, and his stuff sells for decent prices. He's just not the best shipper. I think he's kind of sloppy with his shipping. There's always room for improvement. So let's see what's in this one. Okay, empty. This is neat. So this is some badass stuff in here. Alvin Kamara. This is the RPA 2/25. 3-color. This is definitely a card I'll probably get slabbed at no matter what. So there's the Alvin. There's a 4-net RPA in here too, with 3 colors. I think there's a little black trying to peek through there on the bottom right. So badass 4-net. I think I got both of these for less than a box price, so that's a tough break if you choose to go that route. And then here's a Fitzgerald Chrome. So it's a Beckett 9 with 8.5 centering, and I think Beckett's a little tougher on centering than other categories. So mint 9 on that. It's all scuffed up, but that's why you got to put the perfect fits on these things. Oh, this is neat. So this is the Heritage Collection, and this is to 125. So a low print moss right there. That's just like tape residue. It's not on the card. But I'm going to mail some painter's tape to Probstein so he can not use this tape on all his stuff. Jordan Howard, National Treasures. This is so it's cheap. It was like $15. He's off to a decent start. He's a fun tailback to watch. And then there's a Barkley here. This is just like $10. The orange from Certified. And then is that a Chubb? Yeah, Nick Chubb. To 50. So that's the Probstein stuff. We'll keep these cutouts. Throw them into my shipping bin. Okay, this is cool. Darnold, Certified Blue to 50. So this one, I can't remember the price, and I think it was around 100. Definitely not cheap for these ones, but it looks pretty good. That bottom right corner might be a problem, but with the Jets, you're not going to get anything better than a 2-color patch. I think the best thing you can get is the Jets logo. Jets and Colts are like that too. Here's another Fitzy Bowman. There it is. Classic. This is another one of those purple ones to 99. Of Lamar Jackson. So I think the main reason I'm buying Lamar Jackson some is he's got some of the he's somewhat similar to Vic, so that's probably why. Here's a Josh Allen cracked ice. He had some good plays last week. This is to 10. This is from draft picks. I'm not a huge fan of the elite draft picks, but this was fairly cheap, $15 or something for a cracked ice to 10 of Josh Allen. So I bought that one just to try to slab. Moss Bowman. So Bowman on the front, Party in the back with the Bowman Chrome. Okay, this is kind of neat. Cream Hunt. I think it's out of 5, isn't it? Yeah. It's like 50 bucks. This is Elite 17 draft picks when in the Toledo uniform to 5. Pretty cool little card there. And then I'm not a collector, Josh Allen. I just sometimes this stuff is sitting there and it's ripe to pick up. So this is out of 5. It looks pretty good. It looks like it could be like an 8.5. It's got a nice swatch. So put that one off to the side. Got a little note here. Love the videos. It's always cool when people send stuff like that. Berry score. So these are like 30 to 35. Maybe a little higher sometimes, but classic card to get a 9. 10s go over 200 bucks or somewhere around there. I haven't checked the market on them, but I think they're pretty stable. But this one looks beautiful. Centered nicely. The top edge might show a little bit of specks of white, but aside from that, it looks pretty much like a PSA 10, so can't go wrong buying cards like that. Another one of these 4-net optics and black ink on card to 150. These cards just look great. Okay, we got a Darnold. There's the blue to 50. And then Rosen. That's the 10. That is Origins. I don't know if it's orange or gold. Probably gold to 10 on that one. Here's a Sony Michel. He's actually started the last 2 games, I think. This is the orange to 25 from Elite. Love Elite and those parallels. Okay, here's a Baker. And this one is it's like purple etch. It looks a little different than last year. It's just the surface isn't totally there's no texture, if that makes sense. So this is out of 10. This was actually a pretty good deal, like 150. I think the back corner there is creased though. If it is, that sucks. But it's 8 of 10. Baker certified. Who looked awesome on Thursday night. It is just 1/2, but I think they're going to be a lot better off if they just hand the keys over to Baker. See what he can do the rest of the year. Here's a Tomlinson EX. This is a sweet one. That's to 1,000. This was like 10 bucks. That's a steal. Darius Geis. Origins Gold to 10. That was cheap, like 5 bucks or something. Here's a Wency. This is immaculate numbers. So see how this isn't pinched? This is how you properly secure a top loader. You don't just throw tape over it like this, because then the card moves and gets stuck to the tape. So you pinch like this, take your painter's tape and tape it just like that and keep it tight. Just a little pro tip. So that's the 50. Nice. Here's a Dalvin Cook. This is the RPA from Certified 17 to 149. So yeah, a lot of these cards you'll see in upcoming PSA orders. a nice chunk of these will be going into the next 500 card order, which is being prepped right now. I think I'm at like 114, so I need a lot of cards to get up to that number. And here is a Chubb, right? Chubb Origins Gold to 10. So I guess I'm a fan of the low-numbered patch cards from that set. Some of the autos look cool. I just don't like the ones that have the 00 on there. It just looks corny. And then we have a Heritage LT. This is numbered to 1956, which is the throwback design of the card. Christian Kirk, who actually had a breakout game last week. So that's the blue to 50. He looks really pissed off in that picture. Here's a Deshaun Watson, who the Texans probably don't have any playoff hopes starting 0-3. But I think for the long term, Watson will be a good quarterback. So this is the blue from 17 certified. That was the 50 with a nice swatch in there. So there's a lot of patch cards in this Mailbin, I've noticed. Let's do this one. Oh, this is cool. This is like a pop 1 or 2. Get it out of here. Okay, so this is a Fleer Zone. These were some tougher inserts from the late 90s. This is the Griffey. And I'll have to look it up again. I think it's a pop 1 or pop 2. Beautiful. The corners are all crisp. And it's in one of the older holders, so it's been slabbed for a while. But Fleer Zone 98 PSA 10 of Ken for the registry. So I'm always looking to add cards to that. I'm not ever gonna probably even be top 5, but it's still fun to add cards to that set. Here's a 50. So we saw a couple of the Bowmans, but here's the classic tops. This is just such a cool card. I mean, cards like this is like a $5 or $10 card, but they just throw the value out the window. It's just a cool card. It's not always about how much the card's worth or how much somebody will pay for it. It's kind of how much you value the card and what the card reminds you of. Okay, here's another one I didn't have, and this was I think it was only $20. I thought this was a good deal. PSA Mint 9, the refractor from 98 Bowman Chrome. It's got that nice 90s shine too. Cardboard. Here's a Bradley Chubb patch. So tons of patches. This is the most patches we've ever seen in a bin. 28 of 50 on this one. That was cheap. Maybe like $2 or $3. But it's just so pricey to break that product. And here's a Hunt Prestige, just a base auto. This is actually a product that would be pretty good to break. With the way Patrick Mahomes' stuff is jumping up, you could get a base Mahomes, maybe hit a couple good autos. Prestige 17. It's not priced too highly either, because it's not like a highly sought after set. But I think collectors could have some fun with that set. Here's some Barclays. So we got the certified base. This was out of 175. And this is the gold standard. It's got a decent jumbo patch window, and it's out of 49. Don't know how this set slabs. I haven't really bought a lot of gold standard, but I think it's probably the card stock looks a lot like certified, so that's something to keep in mind. So some Saquons is off to a nice start. Okay, so here's the Topps Chrome. Love the Topps, but the Topps Chrome just trumps it. This is just raw. It's off-centered, about 70-30, I think. It might not be that bad. It might be more like 60-40. So Fitzy. Now, this is a great way to ship penny cans. I'll have to look into buying these protectors in quantity because it just offers a little more of a rigid base to it. And here's a Torrey Holt UD Authentics. That's from Upper Deck Encore, and that is on card. It was like $10. So, nice looking Holt. Here's another LT Topps and an LT Bowman. Here we go with DJ Moore, who I think he's going to get more time eventually. He is doing kicks right now, but he's got some explosion. So DJ Moore based RPA, not numbered. Okay. Didn't have this one either. It's just the All-Star. Not an insert. It's part of the base set, but it's not the true base card, if that makes sense. So this is a PSA 10 of that one. That was about $15 shipped. Here's a Kareem Hunt. That's the 17 certified, the RPA. That was cheap, like $25-30. Last year at this time, this card was going for over 100 because he had that awesome start against the Patriots. But that's the way the market goes. Ups and downs, peaks and valleys, especially for tailbacks. Okay, this is neat. Michael Thomas. This is Immaculate 2016. And this is the RPA to 99. This was about $45. So he doesn't quite have the hobby following that he should. He's a very good player. But some players just don't get the respect they should. And that's just the way the hobby has always been, I think. Okay, here's a few cards here. So we got Darnold. This is the Mirror Gold to 25 with a nice swatch. And then Reggie Wayne Elite. This was cheap, like $3. That's a beautiful card for that price. Future Hall of Famer. And then Griffey. I bought this to slab it because I couldn't find any examples of them slab to buy. And it looks like it might be a PSA 9. So if I get a 9, I'd be stoked on it. Just to add it to the registry. I think 4 Sharp Corners had it, a PSA 9 for like $17. And I just thought I could buy one for $1 and try to do it myself. So it's just kind of the way I think sometimes when I'm doing this. And this is Lamar Jackson. So we're going to end here with this Lamar Jackson card. This is the Unparalleled. So this is it's the Whirl to 50. You see the swirls there. So that's it. That's it for this bin. There's the mountain of trash, and then there's the cards to go through. So that's it, guys. I'll get this one uploaded, and I do have a buy sell hold that will be uploaded this week, so look out for that. I've been working on that one lately. Peace.